Hello everyone. Today's topic of discussion is multiplication and division of decimals. In the previous video, we learnt about the addition and subtraction. So here we go to the next two operations, multiplication and division of decimals. For multiplication of decimals, we have few steps. First, we multiply the numbers without considering the decimal point. We just take them as a whole number, removing the decimal point, and we first multiply them. Step 2 says, then count the total number of digits after the point in both the numbers together. So, if the first number has two decimal places and the next number has one decimal place, we have total number of decimal places to be 2 plus 1, 3. Then, put the decimal point in the product so that there are as many digits after the decimal point as you have counted. We counted 3, so we'll put before 3 numbers. For example, 1.2 multiplied by 2. You will simply multiply 12 by 2, one digit after the decimal. You are going to keep it in your mind. And 24 is the answer, but still one digit after the decimal we have to put. So we put it at 2.4. That is before one digit from the right hand side, before 4. We have few questions according to the practice term 5. We have to multiply these numbers. Let us do that. 0.8 has to be multiplied by 0.2. So we simply multiply them 8 into 2 and we get 16. But because we had one place after the decimal here and one another place after the decimal here, we put a point before two numbers from the right hand side and we get the answer as 0.16. One decimal place here and one decimal place here. So total we have two decimal places. The answer was 16. From the right hand side, we leave one place, two place, and we put a point. To represent that point, we add a 0 as the whole number. Now we have 7.5 multiplied by 3.56. So here we are going to multiply simply 75 and 356 and get the answer. So 356 multiplied by 75, first the multiplication is done by 5 and we get the answer as 1780. Then a 0 of the 10th place because the multiplication has to be done by 7. When the multiplication is done by 7, we get the answer as 24920. When we add these numbers, we get the answer as 26700. But remember, one place of decimal here and two places of decimal here. So how many decimal places do we have? 3. So from the right hand side, leaving 3 places, 1, 2, 3. We put a decimal point and we get the answer as 26.700. We have another method of multiplication which is a little different from the previous method. It says that write the decimals as fractions. Multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators. Put the decimal point after as many digits from the right hand side as there are zeros in the denominator. For example, 1.2 multiplied by 2. 1.2 can be written as 12 upon 10 and 2 is a whole number can be written as 2 upon 1. So multiply the numerators, we get 24. Multiply the denominators, we get 10 into 1, 10. So we get 24 upon 10. 24 upon 10 can be written as 2.4. Conversion of a fraction into a decimal. If you don't remember this, watch the video of conversion of decimal to fraction and vice versa. Let us see a few examples. Change the following to fractions first and then multiply. Write the answer in a decimal. We have two questions here. 1.5 into 0.003. So what are we going to do? First, we are going to convert them into fractions. We are going to multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators. Equal to the zeros in the denominators, we are going to put the decimal point starting from the right hand side. So here we have 15 upon 10 and 3 upon 1000. 15 into 3 is 45. 10 into 1000 is 10,000. So 10,000 has 4 zeros, but in the numerator we had only two numbers. So we add two zeros before the whole number because it makes no difference. So we put a point before four digits and we get 0.0045 as the answer. Same is the case in the H part. 99.9 multiplied by 0.00011. Convert them into fractions. Multiply them. Numerator into numerator, denominator into denominator, and equal to the number of zeros in the denominator. Put a point. Important thing is count the number of places from the right hand side, looking at the number of zeros in the denominator. If required, add 0 to the left hand side of the numerator. That is what we have done in both the numbers. Here also we required a 0. Here we required two zeros. So we have added those many zeros. Be careful while doing these questions. You have to add a 0 in the whole number. You are not adding a 0 in the decimal point. Okay. Now we have to learn for the multiplication of decimals by the base numbers 10, 100 and 1000. This is very easy. The rule for this is to multiply a decimal by 10, move the decimal point one place to the right hand side. To multiply a decimal by 100, move the decimal to two places to the right hand side. To multiply a decimal by 1000, 1000 has three zeros, so move it three places to the right hand side. Now we have questions here. Find the product of the following numbers. 0.6 into 10. 10 has one zero, so we move the decimal point one place. So we get the answer as 0.6 and a point. 0.6 means the whole number is 6. After the whole number, if we have no value in the decimal, we can remove the decimal point and write the number as a whole number. So the answer becomes a 6. The B part is 0.866 multiplied by 100. 100 has two zeros, so we shift the point to the right hand side two places. 86.6 is the answer. 38.66 multiplied by 1000. 1000 has three zeros, but the number has only two decimal places. So we add a 0 at the end so that we have three decimal places and we shift the point to three places after the decimal 1, 2 and 3. So decimal will come after 0. It has no value. So you can write the answer in the whole number 38,660. Let us see the next topic, that is division of decimals. Now the division of decimals has certain rules that we have to follow. Divide just like the division of a whole number. Place the decimal point in the quotient directly above the decimal point as in the dividend. In the absence of a whole number in the dividend, place a 0 in the quotient before the decimal point. Now these steps will be more clear when we are going to see the questions. Find the quotient for the following. Division by a whole number. 0.8 is divided by 4. Now there is nothing, no value over here. So 4 multiplied by 0 gives a 0 and we subtract them and we get a 0. So we have to bring 8 down and don't forget to put the decimal point up in the quotient. When you cross the decimal point in the dividend, place a point in the quotient. This is very important. Now we are crossing the decimal point in the dividend, so we will place a point in the quotient. So it becomes 0 point. Now 4 multiplied by 2 gives us a 8 and 8 subtracted from 8 gives us a 0. So the division ends here and the answer we get is 0.2. Let us see another question. This question is done in form of fraction. This also is a method that can be used for the division by a whole number. The number is converted into a fraction 36 upon 100 and this whole number is converted into fraction 2 upon 1. Now, if you remember how to do the division in the fractions, we have to keep, change, and flip. We have to keep the fraction as it is. We have to change the division into multiplication, and we have to flip the second fraction. So 2 upon 1 becomes 1 upon 2. 36 when divided by 2 gives us 18. We are not going to touch the 100. We are not going to do any division using 100. We are simply going to convert this fraction into a decimal. So we get the answer as 0.18. Now we have to divide the a decimal number by another decimal number. This is what we call as division by a decimal. Here the number taken are 2.12 divided by 5.3. What we do is we make the first number as the numerator and the second number as the denominator. So numerator divided by the denominator equal to the decimal points in the denominator, we multiply with those many base numbers. There is one decimal number, so we multiply it by 10. What happens when we multiply the numbers by tens? The decimal point shifts one place to the right hand side. So what do we get here? We get here 21.2 and the number in the denominator we get is 53. Now this becomes similar to the previous division that we did, division of a decimal number by a whole number. The decimal number is 21.2 and it is divided by a whole number, that is 50. We cannot divide 21 by 53, so we add a decimal, and before the decimal we add a 0. We have added a decimal over here and here. Why? Because this number had a decimal first only, and because we are using 2 after the decimal, we put a decimal in the quotient as well. Now the number in this place becomes 212. Now 53 multiplied by 4 gives us 212 and the remainder is a 0. So the answer for this question is 0.4. The important point to be noted here is convert the divisor into a whole number by multiplying by tens equal to the decimal digits in it. Like in the divisor here, we had only one decimal place, so we multiplied by 10. If it would have two decimal places, we would multiply it by 100. Multiply both numerator and denominator by the same number. Now we have divisions by 10, 100 and thousands. The rules to be followed here are: to divide a number by 10, we move the decimal point one place to the left hand side. To divide a number by 100, we move the decimal point two places to the left. To divide a number by 1000, we move three places to the left. Just remember, it is little different from the multiplication. We multiplied by 10, we moved towards the right. But division by 10, we move equal to the number of zeros, we move the number of places towards the left. Let us divide the following. We have the first example as 601.43 divided by 10. There is only one place, so we are going to shift one place to the left and the answer will become 60.143. Another example, 222.65 divided by 100. There are two zeros in 100, so we move two places to the left hand side. So the answer becomes 2.2265. In the third example, I have 256.5 divided by 1000. 1000 has three decimal places, so the point shifts to three places to the left. So the answer becomes 0.2565. Here we end the video. We are going to meet in the next video with the practical applications, that is the problem sums related to decimals. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any query, you can place your query in the comment section. Bye bye.